Hello, welcome to this brief little demo video. I was working on this project trying to get Grok 4.6 to build me a Three.js web page of Starship to kind of demonstrate Grok's abilities at creating visualizations and web pages and things like that. So I figured I did a little bit of research, a little bit more digging. I actually found a really good resource for Grok to use to model Starship, something that I didn't find before. It was kind of tricky to find, but obviously just go to the SpaceX website and you can find something pretty easily. So here it is. Here's Grok Build, Grok 4.6. We're already in our Starship project folder, so let's just get started. Please build for us a Three.js web page experience for the user to learn all about SpaceX's Starship. Please create an interactive 3D model and have a tour around the launch platform as you show the viewer the details and design of the craft. Here is the official Starship page from the SpaceX site. I'm trying to steer Grok to get official resources, because what happened last time I tried to do this is Grok was using Wikipedia, and here's the video that was missing last time. I was getting a beautiful experience, a beautiful page, but the design of Starship was wrong. Grok was struggling to find good reference on the wings, good reference on the heat shield design and layout. So I'm hoping, because I know Grok can watch video now, I'm hoping this 13-second video from the official Starship web page fixes those issues. Here is a great video resource that I want you to watch so that you can accurately recreate the design of Starship. Please pay close attention to the wings and the heat shields, etc. And that should be enough. Let's see what Grok can come up with. So when I did this a few days ago, it only took maybe like 3 or 4 minutes. And I had another video from, I think it was Kettlebell Dan on X. No, I think it was somebody else. I forgot already. I should have prepped that before hitting record. Someone that had done a similar project with similar issues that I ran into. On the first pass, the wings were wrong, but another issue, for some reason, was the engines were mounted upside down in the visualization. So I need to extract frames from the video. Yes, please. Oh. So it's going to install FFmpeg. It went to Wikipedia. Tried to steer it away from that. Keep pulling V3 design details from official sources. I didn't realize that it needed that. The only good thing is it's on auto mode. You can just do whatever it wants. Sure, go for it. Run extract evenly spaced frames from Starship. I mean, you could just pull every frame. It's I'll play the video for you. You, the viewer, can check this out. So just a simple rotation, but it shows the proper orientation and design of the wings. Yep, flaps, heat shield, engines. doesn't have the pad, but that's all right. Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. Much clearer reference for the 3D model. Pez door. Is that the official name? Is it officially called the Pez door? I'm not familiar with that. I like reading the messages that Grok sends to itself. Like, I forgot what they called it when it was the first version of sub-agents, and there was the 4 agents that would all talk to each other on the screen. I forget what that was called. It reminds me of that. Like, it's still doing that, but it's been removed from the UI, and you just kind of see its thought process. Because clearly there's some kind of communication happening in between the experts inside of the model. What I'm hoping we get to is just a beautiful web page. We'll just run it locally and maybe push it to a free GitHub page to go along with the video for you guys to check it out. Even if we don't get the launch pad, if we don't get a nice background, if we can just get Grok to model Starship cleanly and accurately on the first pass, that's a success criteria for this little video here. That would be enough. We can make it pretty later. Let's just make it accurate first. Texas border business page? What does that mean? Creating the core vehicle builder with the materials and geometry you outlined. Here we go. Now we're building. Nose H12, ring H1. So setting some constants. Not sure what they are yet. Stack H booster sections. Name engines H3. LOX tank. Create steel material. Sweet. So now it looks like Grok's in the process of actually building the 3D model to go into the page. Scaffolding the Three.js experience around that geometry. Search for browser tools more specifically. So it's looking for some way to shortcut building the interactive parts of it, I guess. This is great. I'm feeling pretty confident it's going to get a better result this time than the last time I did this, only because Grok is taking a little bit longer this time around, which is totally fine. If you're going to get a better result, fantastic. It was pretty crude too. The first version that I have of this, I won't even post it. It's not even worth posting. But I think this one will be. And we'll just have to open up a localhost page and take a look at it. In the future Grok models should be pretty incredible. Wow. Mechazilla, chopsticks, pad 2's tower, upper stage. So it's building the whole thing. It's not just going to build the Starship vehicle itself. It's going big. Interesting. Wow, awesome. But if future models are trained on SpaceX data, as Elon has hinted, this kind of a task should be pretty trivial if it's already baked into the model. I don't know specifically what they would train it on, if it's actually going to get like the CAD design, you know, all of the parameters of how the vehicles are structured or not. That would be interesting. Um, if it does get those kinds of things, though, it would be really interesting to try to get Grok to build complementary equipment, complementary hardware. Um, if the goal is to land a Starship, or at least to get a Starship in orbit on Mars, maybe not land on Mars, but what would a lander look like getting deployed out of a Starship? Um, and then if the model already has all of the data about what the payload can be inside of Starship, then you're kind of ready to rock and roll and start imagining those things. This is really interesting. Really putting a lot of effort into our design here. This is awesome. I didn't anticipate it taking quite this long, but no complaints from me. One of the things I noticed with Frontier models recently, not so much in the past like couple of weeks or so, a couple of months, but there was a time there earlier this year where you'd watch the model, whether it be Grok or whatever, Claude or ChatGPT, it doesn't matter which one it was. The model would almost be punishing itself for taking too long, and so therefore it would make assumptions or take shortcuts or do things that were counterproductive only because it was trying to spit an answer out as quickly as possible. And ChatGPT was doing that for a good long while. Grok even was doing that. But I really like lately, especially since Grok 4.5, doesn't seem to do that. Sure, you can give it a timer or set some parameters, try to tell it to work quickly, but if you don't put pressure on it, it's just going to keep working without trying to make itself hurry up, is what I'm noticing over the past couple of weeks of both heavy use of Grok 4.5 and just recently heavy use of Grok 4.6. So here we go. We're installing Three.js dependencies. We're starting the dev server. Let's go. What do we got? What port are we going to run this on? Starting the server. So Grok's going to want to look at it first, I'm sure, and then we'll come back with the final message. Yep, doing a final check. Model tour and pad actually render. We try to use Puppeteer or headless screenshots. Locate Chromium and Brave binaries. It's trying to find something it can use to browse the page. I don't have that set up. Oh, so it's going to use Chrome. That's fine. Let's sneak a peek here while it's doing that. What port are you on? 5173. Okay. Caught the loader. I'll wait for the 3D scene to come up and capture the tour views. Okay, I'll show you what it's looking like so far. I think this is set on a timer. We can't even see the engines. Very, very cool. Let's go faster. Grid fins. We got a lot of overlap on materials here, so we can't see the hot staging. The arms are poking through the aft flaps. The heat shield geometry is beautiful, it's just the wrong color. Okay, so we're having similar issues here. We've got some items upside down. We got a lot of Z fighting on the payload bay. Our chopsticks, fully reusable. These wings look good. Yeah, that didn't work. It's still beautiful though. What if we explore? Yeah, there we go. We get to zoom out. Yep. Rotate around. A lot of Z fighting in the background there. Ooh, and that's the launch version, the launch page when it's just starting up. Beautiful image. I think this is just a screenshot from this video, isn't it? It looks like it. It looks like it applied a little bit of some shade on top of that. I guess this doesn't really reveal the engines here, but this definitely does at the bottom. We should be able to see them, but it's rebuilding right now. Update cameras and lighting, so it's doing a full edit from doing a validation check on the geometry. It's updating and editing to make sure that it looks better. Ah, look, now we have engines here. Pause the tour. Let me explore. Do we have engines at the bottom? No, see, and this is where we start losing the plot here with Grok. These flaps were fine. Allow me to explore. And now this one's down here. Yeah. Now we're losing the plot here.
A few moments later.
Okay, we got there. A little bit of prompting, a little bit of help, a little bit of coaching. We finally got Grok to put together a corrected model of Starship. So let me blow this up. So how long have we been working on this for? Probably like, oh, here, 30 minutes. It's taking about 30 minutes to get there, but we got there. Let me expand this window here. Oh wait, this way. Here we go. And let me restart this. So there you go, the nice little home screen, and now we start the tour. And so this is what I was trying to get Grok to build, and I think we finally finished. So it walks through all of the major key elements. We can see all 33 engines, all oriented correctly. Going through the details. There might be an issue with the geometry there. I think they're lying flat against the surface instead of being angled outwards. I can fix that pretty easily with Grok. The grid fins, there are a little bit of overlap with the chopsticks, but they're there. We had a bit of an issue getting them to at least display, but that's fine. We'll call that done for now. Hot staging, aft flaps, those were all over the place for a second there. We've got our heat shield looking nice. Our forward flaps are not 100% correct, but they're in the right place and they're oriented correctly. We've got our payload bay, and then again the chopsticks, and then fully reusable. So that's it. I'm gonna call this done. That's took about 30 minutes to get it all put together there with Grok, but we finally got there. So yeah, really happy with how this turned out. I'll put this on a public page and include it underneath this post here, so you can check that out. So there you go. There's Starship to Mars and beyond.